Michael Jordan, also known by his initials MJ, was one of the most effectively marketed athletes of his generation. He was considered instrumental in popularizing the NBA around the world in the 1980s and 1990s. Winning 6 championships with the Chicago Bulls in the 15 seasons he played in the NBA, he is by acclamation the greatest basketball player of all time. As of May 2020, MJ has a net worth of $2.1 billion according to Forbes, making him the richest former professional athlete in the world. Let's take a look on the extravagant properties of the basketball superstar with these 10 ridiculously expensive things he owns. Number 10. Designer Watch Collection. The debut of the much-anticipated Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance, was filled with behind-the-scenes footage and MJ's never-before-broadcast interviews. One of the takeaways throughout the documentary is his expensive watch collection. Pieces from some of the most iconic watchmakers in the world make regular appearances in both archive footage and current. Some of these are the Urwerk UR202, which is made of a white gold case and sapphire crystal, worth $145,000. The Rolex Daytona in platinum, range-topping piece, which is one of the most sought-after pieces from Rolex and really is the collection's pinnacle piece, not including the gem and diamond set models. Jordan is known for rocking many different pieces from Rolex. This one is worth $75,000. Other collection pieces from Rolex are the Sky Dweller and GMT Master 2 116758 SANR. The Sky Dweller is highly revered for its complicated made simple approach to calendrier functionality, costing $48,000, while the GMT Master 2 116758 SANR features a factory bezel with diamonds and sapphires. The Champion is also seen rocking pieces from Richard Mille, a Long-Insani Datagraph, and a highly complicated piece from Ulysses Nardin, the Royal Blue Tubian, which price is a whopping $1,100,000. Number 9. His $10 million car collection. Jordan has been heavily engaged in cars ever since he started in the league. ESPN's 10-part documentary allowed us to see what the superstar rides on the regular and at events. One of those we spotted is the Porsche 911 Turbo S, which is estimated to be $115,000. The 993 generation Porsche 911 Turbo S was the ultimate Porsche in the late 1990s. This was also said to be the inspiration behind his iconic Air Jordan 6 shoe design. MJ actually owned other Porsche models at the same time while he was with the Chicago Bulls, like the 930, 964, and 993. Back in 2007, Jordan cashed out a car that cost him nearly $500,000. This is the Mercedes-Benz McLaren version, an SLR 722 that had butterfly doors as well as an engine and suspension upgrade to make it better for racing, and it cost him around $450,000. But over a few years later, it ended up on eBay. Over the years, Jordan's garage has been constantly filled with a variety of different cars, including multiple Range Rovers and multiple Mercedes-Benz. He was also spotted with a couple of Ferraris and around many Corvettes as well. Number 8. His $15 million golf course. Apparently, the court is not the only sports stage for Jordan, as he was also a huge fanatic of golf. He built his ultra-exclusive club in Florida, naming it Grove 23, with the Roman numerals obviously driven from his jersey number from most of his time with the Chicago Bulls. Since it is ultra-exclusive, there are fewer than 100 members with its invite-only policy. The futuristic clubhouse was designed by the NBWW architectural firm, and its 15,000 square feet consists of men's and women's locker rooms, lounging areas, a pro shop, and dining room. The entire property is said to be $15 million. Quick trivia. It was known that Jordan had built his own course after finding the pace of the play too slow for him in a country club in Florida. He said his golf course was designed to have more dramatic games, which is something he enjoyed in his NBA days. Number 7. His $30 million private jet. It's no surprise that a billionaire athlete like Michael Jordan would own his own jet, which is pretty much custom designed by its looks. The nearly $30 million private jet named Gulfstream UV is printed in elephant design, covered in urban camouflage, just like the design on his signature Jordan brand gear. It can be seated by 19 passengers. Good thing Jordan didn't miss any of his property's checkup schedules, unlike his teammate Scottie Pippen, who bought a $4 million jet only to find out its needs for repairs after purchasing it. He ended up cashing out another $5.3 million for it. And unlike Pippen's $4 million jet, the jet Michael Jordan owns actually works. Number 6. His North Carolina mansions. Growing up in North Carolina, Michael has managed to own 2 properties in the state, a lake house in Cornelius and another property in Charlotte. His lakefront villa was purchased 7 years ago for $2.8 million. The home sits on the Peninsula Golf Course, an elite country club in the city of Cornelius. Inside, you can find 6 bedrooms, a grand foyer, and almost every wall is submerged with windows, showing off a jaw-dropping view of Lake Norman. Outside are winding staircases, a pool, and a private dock with lake access. The property is also lined with a wooden boardwalk. It's a dream vacation rental, that's for sure. Michael's second North Carolina home is situated in Charlotte, the home of the Hornets, an NBA team he bought in 2010. The entire 7th floor of trust condos is owned by Jordan. The luxe penthouse measures out a 7,000 square feet and has a private elevator, multiple bedrooms and bathrooms, 2 receded terraces, and a 360-degree view of the downtown area. Number 5. His $80 million yacht. Early last year, the billionaire athlete was seen cruising off the coast of St. Bart's with his brand new $80 million yacht. The ship, which is 230 feet long, is said to have 8 cabins, a bar, a dining room, a full gym, jacuzzi, and a modern designed audio-visual system and satellite. And of course, when you're a basketball star, the yacht has to have a full-sized basketball court on deck. According to TMZ, in order to keep the ship operational, Jordan must pay $840,000 a week. Number 4. His $1 million memorabilia. With MJ being a legend, everything he uses on or off court becomes valuable after. A lot of Jordan's memorabilia remains a treasure sold even until now. Upper Deck, which is a famous sports car business, actually purchased the entire hardwood Delta Center floor in which Jordan won his championship game for $1 million, with no exact details on what they used with it after. One person did buy Jordan's worn jerseys during his sophomore season and sold it for $114,000 several years later. Another crazy Jordan memorabilia purchase is a signed basketball with initials MJ, both from the King of Pop Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan himself. This was after they shot Jackson's Jam video, which now has over 62 million views. One lucky fan bought the signed ball for $294,000 and is considered one of the most expensive basketballs in history. Number 3. Air Jordan brand. MJ's initial contract with Nike back in 1984 was worth $500,000 annually over 5 years. Today, it has proven to be a wise investment. No current NBA star even approaches Jordan's sneaker income. His estimated annual take is $130 million, 4 times more than second place earner LeBron James at $32 million. According to sportsnews.com, Jordan brand brought in $3.1 billion in wholesale revenue over the previous fiscal year, and Nike reported Jordan brand recently had its first billion-dollar quarter. With the ability to release retro models, create various colorways, and increase visibility through the next generation of players, Nike and Jordan brand are in position to dominate the basketball market and stretch beyond just sports fashion. Number 2. His $275 million sports team. Even when the legend's basketball days are over, he continues to be heavily involved in the sport. In March 2010, Jordan became the majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets after purchasing it for $275 million. Jordan is the first former player to become the majority owner of an NBA franchise. He said he is pleased to have the opportunity to build a winning team in his home state in North Carolina. Now, according to Forbes, the Charlotte Hornets' net worth is around $1.25 billion. Number 1. More million-dollar mansions. When it comes to choosing a home, MJ surely keeps everything according to his style. He even spends for the renovation for most of his properties. The athlete turned businessman was known to have been residing in Chicago most of his professional career. Michael's 56,000 square foot property in Highland Park, a suburb of North Chicago, is currently on the market for $15 million. The enormous property features an infinity pool, a tennis court, a cigar room, a putting green, and a customized indoor basketball court, not to mention the several living rooms, 9 bedrooms, and 19 bathrooms. And in true Michael Jordan fashion, the entry gate features a giant number 23, which was his famous jersey number from his time on the Bulls in the 90s. The house has been on the market for 8 years, and due to its high volume of personalization, the basketball star has yet to successfully sell the estate. Nearly a decade after retiring, MJ purchased a property in Jupiter, Florida, which would end up as another addition to his mansion collection, and even spend another $7.6 million for the construction. The basketball legend spends a good chunk of his time at his Florida property. Michael put a lot of work into the estate to make it what it is today. Lined with an army of trees for max privacy, this property also includes 3 separate areas: a guardhouse, guest house, and pool house. In total, Michael dropped almost $12.5 million on the property after renovations. The Florida home sits on luxurious Bears Club, a very lush and private community. Michael has another property for sale in Park City, Utah. The home has only been on the market for a year and is listed for $7.5 million. The 10,000 square foot property includes 5 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, and a breathtaking view of Wasatch Mountains. Additionally, the mountain oasis has winding staircases, high ceilings, a gym, an infinity pool, a theater with stadium seating, cascading waterfalls, built-in fireplaces, and a golf room. Michael Jordan is said to have earned more now than when he used to play in the courts. That's thanks to his brand endorsement deals and other business ventures. Make sure to keep posted with our videos to keep yourselves updated with your favorite stars' whereabouts. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more.